guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with a very interesting topic to talk about, and it's on sleep training your baby. If you've not heard about sleep training before, or if you're new to sleep training, trust me, there are a whole lot of information out there, so you have to do your research and do what is most comfortable for you. So I'm going to talk about how I sleep trained my baby at 9 months. That was when MK was 9 months. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. If you've not subscribed, I don't know what you're still waiting for. So please subscribe to my channel and let's get right into it. In case you're wondering why my face is like this, I just shot a makeup tutorial video on this look, so I'll leave it in my description box. I'll leave the link to that particular video in my description box, so go check it out if you like the way I look. And let's start talking about sleep training MK. Yes, so for those of you that don't know anything about sleep training, because growing up in Nigeria, I never heard anything about sleep training a child or forcing a child to sleep or making a child to sleep the whole night. You know, it's something that I just felt that maybe when they come of age, it happens naturally. And I think that's the idea out there. But because when I was telling my mom about sleep training MK, she was like, no, you're supposed to leave him to sleep in your bed and all that. But trust me, it doesn't work that way. So MK has always been a great sleeper, and right from when he was small, he would sleep in his room alone. And when he wakes up and he needs to eat, I'll go in and feed him, because I have a monitor that I always use to watch him from my room. Then he started teething and he fell sick, and I brought him into our room for the first 4 days when he was running fever, because I wanted him to be close to me. Now trust me, that was the greatest mistake I ever made. Yes, I'm talking about you. In case you're hearing the music in the background, that's the only way I can get him to settle down. If not, he'll be scratching everything around here. So please bear with me. Anyway, back to my story on sleep training MK. So he fell sick because he was teething. He had fever for like 4 days, and within that 4 days I had to cuddle him and take care of him, and he was sleeping in our bed with I and my husband. Now after the 4 days, it was time for MK to go back to his room, and he refused that he would sleep in his bed. I think this was happening when he was 6 months. So that was how he started sleeping in the same bed with us. And then I got pregnant, and I was just thinking to myself, how am I going to deal with this boy sleeping in the same bed with I and my husband, and then having a new baby that you need to be close with you and stuff like that? It was just crazy. So I asked his pediatrician, and he suggested sleep training. Now there are so many different methods of sleep training out there. They have the cry it out method, the Ferber method, so many methods out there. But so make sure you do your research before you sleep train your child. So basically, I started sleep training MK at 9 months. That was after the doctor told me about it, and I did a lot of research, and it was not easy. You're supposed to give it time. So the doctor advised that during the period of sleep training MK, we put him on a schedule. So he was on a schedule, like a strict schedule. Wake up by this time, eat by this time, nap by this time. And you cannot sleep train him to sleep at night, and then later on you start sleep training him to nap during the day. You have to do everything together so that it will be easier for you. If you do it separately, then trust me, it's going to be a whole lot of mess. And once you've started, be committed, no matter how bad you feel. Be committed and continue, because it works. I am a living testimony about it. So now day one, I put MK to bed. they said always put them to bed early. When they start giving cues of tiredness, like yawning, that's after you must have given them their bedtime routine, like giving them a shower, reading to them, saying good night to all the toys in the room and stuff like that. So that's MK's bedtime routine anyway. So many people might have other types of routine, but they should have a type of routine that their brain will be able to say, okay, this is the time for this and this is the time for that. So day one, it was time for him to go to bed. And normally before that, MK sleeps late. He sleeps around 9 o'clock. So when the doctor said put him down between 6 and 7, I was like, what is that going to happen? Because it was way too early for him. But you know, I tried my best. So by 6 o'clock, we've already finished saying good night and reading his bedtime story and everything. So I put him down on the bed by 6:24. If you don't add, this is the book I recorded his sleep training pattern, so I might be looking down to read it out to you. So I put him down day 1, 6:24. And then he cried for 10 minutes non-stop. Normally the FEBA method tells you that when they cry for like 5 minutes to 10 minutes, you go in, calm them down for 30 minutes. Don't pick them up, just tell them it's okay, it's time for you to sleep, and then you leave the room within 30 seconds. Don't pick them up from that crib. So we started sleep training, and then he cried for the first 10 minutes, and I went in by 6:34 to calm him down, and I left within 30 seconds. But trust me, the moment I entered that room, it was like the crying and the screaming went from level 100 to 1 million. Like he was now screaming like he fell down from a building. It was crazy. I felt so terrible, and then I said I was not going to enter that room again, no matter what. Even if he cries for the next 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, it's better for me to be hearing it in the low tone that it is than for me to enter and then he starts screaming like that. I wouldn't be able to hold myself. So I decided that was the last time I was going to enter into that room, and trust me, it worked. So he kept crying for another 30 minutes non-stop, and then he slept off, and I was like, so he finally slept. And then 30 minutes later he woke up again and cried for another 30 minutes and slept off. And 1 hour later he woke up again and cried for another 30 minutes and slept off. This was what he was doing the whole night, day one. And it was so frustrating because my son does not usually cry all the time, and there was nothing I could do to console him because I had to be strong. The next day we got into his regular routine. He woke up by 6:40, bath, nap, feed and all that throughout the day. And then at night I put him down again by 6:40. This time around I think it was a little bit late. I don't know why he put him down that late. Okay, I had to rock him a little bit. I rocked him between 6:20 and 6:40, you know, for him to feel a little bit drowsy and sleepy before I put him in the bed. They said put them in the bed when they are drowsy and sleepy, and then they are closing their eyes and yawning and scratching their eyes. You cannot just go and throw them in the bed and expect them to sleep like that. So, but don't put them when they are completely asleep. So they will learn how to self-soothe and how to fall asleep on their own. So day 2, he cried for 30 minutes again. I was like, this thing is not working. Oh, somebody help. And then he fell asleep after 30 minutes, and he did not wake up again until 2 a.m. in the morning. And I think the reason why he woke up by 2 a.m. was because he pooped, and I had to go change him. So I was like, progress, okay. We are getting somewhere, at least. Even if it's 30 minutes every day that he's crying, as far as he gets to sleep from that time to the next morning, I don't have a problem. So we day 3, put him down around 6. Day 3, hold on, let me check so I don't be mistaken. Okay, his day 3 bedtime time was 6:30. So now I made his bedtime going to the bed or putting him inside the crib 6:30 officially. So I always put him down by 6:30, between 6:30 and 6:45. So day 3 he cried for 10 minutes. From 30 minutes screaming and yelling like they threw him down from 20-story buildings to crying for 10 minutes, and he slept off and did not wake up again until the next morning by 5:40. And I was shocked. I was like, So the thing this boy has been doing since was just Wayoba, but it's well. So I was so excited. Day 4, he didn't cry for up to 10 minutes. He cried for only 2 minutes, and then he fell asleep. His crying for 2 minutes was immediately I put him in the bed and I was about to go. It was more like complaining that I shouldn't leave him and stuff like that. And then he went to bed and did not wake up again till 5:40 the next day. Then by day 6, my boy was sleeping. Like, I put him in the bed and he goes, he doesn't even cry. He just goes, and then he turns the other way and he sleeps off. I leave the room and then he does not wake up again till between 5:40 and 6 a.m. the next day. So he was literally sleeping 6:30 to 6, or let me just call it 7 to 6 every blessed day. I was like, oh my God. Now when it's coming to nap time, normally I didn't have a particular time for him to nap during the day. I only had, when he's feeling sleepy, I let him sleep. But I had to put him on a schedule. So during his nap time, he had 1 nap in the morning, 1 nap in the afternoon. And then I don't let him sleep during the nap times for more than 2 hours. What's wrong? For more than 2 hours. For more than 2 hours. So after 2 hours, I wake him up, and then I make sure that by 4 p.m. at night he does not sleep again until it's bedtime, so that he's not way too active and it gets difficult to put him down to bed. So yes, I did the cry it out method. It was not easy, but we succeeded. Sleep training is real. If you're having a big difficult times for your child to sleep the whole night, and what I'm telling you is that MK is sleeping in his own room right now. He doesn't sleep in our bed anymore. He sleeps in his own room. Now the only thing I'm thinking about is when I give birth to this second baby, how I'm going to get them to sleep in the same room without the baby waking MK up and stuff like that. But when we get there, we'll cross that bridge and I will record it and tell you people all about my experience. But sleep training is real. If you want to have time to do whatever it is you want to do as a parent, imagine having 7 p.m. till 6 a.m. in the morning to do anything you want to do. You can do your date night with your husband or your significant other in the house, not necessarily going out, because you can't leave the baby alone at home even though he's asleep. So you could do a date night or a movie night or whatever it is at home without you thinking about your son disturbing you, interrupting whatever it is you guys are doing. You have time to, if you're doing YouTube like me, you can edit your video, you can read, you can do anything you want to do. Before, my son will sleep by 9, wake up by 2, sleep again and wake up by 4, and it was just a mess. But I sleep trained him and now he's perfect when it's coming to sleeping. So that's it about my experience on sleep training. If you have any other question or any specific question about sleep training, let me know in the comments below. Excuse my son making noise in the background. I'm a mom. There's nothing I can do, and I had to film this video. Normally I film when he's asleep, but he woke up and then I had to feed him and I had other things to do, so I couldn't film when he was sleeping. But Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this video will help new moms out there trying to sleep train their child. I started sleep training MK by 9 months, and it was quite late. You can start sleep training your child at 4 months, as far as they are not feeding at night. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful, beautiful day.